Hey everyone, I'm back again with another video. Today I'm going to be talking about companies and ways to manage those companies effectively. Whether you're on the tenant rep side, you're on the landlord rep side, or you just want to know who is your primary contact at certain locations, I want to talk to you how to do that, especially when one of the companies has many locations. So you can see here, I have quite a few companies inside of my RealNext system. Through each one of these companies, they could be independent LLCs, or there could be multiple LLCs, S Corp, C Corps, whatever their corporate structure is, all across the globe. Now, remember, the corporate structure has nothing to do with what I'm talking about here today. It's just a way to be able to manage all those companies, all those contacts, and then to be able to relate that together very simplistically. Anytime you create a company, when you go in the upper right-hand corner and you hit add new, you're going to see a few things. One is going to say organization, one is going to say subsidiary, and one is going to say company. Now, that has nothing to do with their legal structure. What it does, it allows you to organize the companies. So the organization is what ties everything together. The subsidiary is a way to make a child off the parent. So think of the relationship as a pyramid, and you're going from the top down. The organization is the top, then the next level subsidiary, and the next level is the company. Now, over here on the right-hand side, once you create this company, you're going to see a section called primary contact. In that primary contact is where you're going to want to keep that information of who that primary contact is. So let's go down here to my example, Logistics Express. You can see Logistics Express has 1 location, 2 locations, 3 locations, 4 locations, and 5 locations. Now, what I have done is I have created a relationship between all 5 companies. That means I can have 5 primary contacts. In this case, Tim represents the San Diego office. But if I wanted to see someone that represents someone at another office, I'm going to simply select contacts. From here, I can see, hey, Jack Finn, he's over in the West Virginia office. Nancy Ferguson, she's over in the California office. Pat Sajak, he's in the Georgia office, and Tim is in the California office. You also notice on the left-hand side that there's a check mark. That check mark designates who the primary contact is. So the primary contact at Logistics Express is Pat and Tim. So if I'm working on the East Coast, I talk to Pat. If I'm working on the West Coast, I talk to Tim. Now, these people do not have to be part of the company. So do not go and link them under the links tab. What you simply want to do is you want to select the location, hit edit primary contact, and add a primary contact here, which you can do the magnifying glass. And if you have a primary contact and you want to change that primary contact, all you have to do is hit the trash can. The trash can does not delete the primary contact or company. It just removes a relationship between the primary contact and the company. Now, what I like to do is I like to have my organization, the name. Some people might just call it main company. Some people might say main name. Mine is going to be the parent name of the company, that's Logistics Express. The subsidiary for me, I like to use state. Now, you might want to use something else, and I'll show you how that's going to work and how it's going to translate into the company organization. And then I like to do the company as Logistics Express dash downtown San Diego. And I might even want to do dash California if I was using a different subsidiary. But since I do the state as a subsidiary, I don't need to. So when I go in and I look at mine, I can see my organization is Logistics Express, which connects them all together, all their locations. But if I go down here, I can see West Virginia, California, Georgia, and California. Okay, so that's how I see what state they are, just from a quick overview. But if I wanted to see what city they were in, I can go to the company and I can say, oh, this one's in Charleston, this one's in downtown, this one's in Newman, and this one's in South San Diego. Now, the reason I put downtown and South San Diego is because I have two San Diego locations for Logistics Express. But each Logistics Express would have a primary contact, and they could be different. Or one Logistics Express might have the main primary contact. Maybe Tim's a primary contact in all of them. If you want to look at who is just in the state of California, I would say subsidiary. And now you can see, and here I can see all the people in California. So if this company had 50 people, and Tim is a primary contact, and the 50 people are in California, I'd see 50 people. And if I just want to see the ones that work at this office, I would just see that Nancy is here at this office, and she is at 701 B Street. Same thing. If Logistics Express owns 15 properties, in my example, 9 properties across the country, I can have it all rolled up into one organization. I can see what company or part of the company owns each one of the buildings. Throughout here, you can see that Noonan is for the one here in Las Vegas and San Diego, the downtown San Diego office location, the Charleston, and so forth. Now, mine's just for example purposes, so it's not going to be always the same as what you're going to see. But if I wanted to see the ones that were owned by just this location, I would see them here under this record. Similarly, if you wanted to see the complete org chart of a organization of what spaces they lease, you can see, hey, what does this location lease at this record? Well, they lease these 2 spaces. When does their leases due? What is their rent? What is the increases or term? And then here's the subsidiary level. Here's all the ones in California. Okay. And then here's everything at the organization. I hope this made it easier for everybody to understand how to use primary contacts properly, how to create an org chart, and simplify your whole process. This is the way to do it. Don't link records. I hope you liked it. Subscribe, tell your friends. Thank you so much, and come back and see another presentation soon.